I'm seeing that you and a person who you believe you've shared a past life with have now switched roles. And I'm getting that you arrived at the awareness that you have a past life history with this person when you met them. Okay, there's something here about time. Time seemed to stop when you were in each other's presence. There was like this instant connection and these deep emotions that you couldn't logically explain. I'm seeing that this person just felt very familiar to you. And I'm seeing that you and this person coming into contact with one another sparked this intuitive and telepathic communication that you also hadn't experienced with anyone else. And I feel like that was one of the main things that stood out to you about this connection. And I also feel that that was one of the main things that made it so difficult for you to detach from this connection. Something that I feel, if this is your reading, you are now being asked to do. And there's something about being triggered. This is where I feel this other person is now and where you once were. Consistently triggered by one another, consistently triggered by this connection. I do feel like there was a certain point in time where you couldn't stop thinking about this person no matter what you did. People and places consistently reminded you of them. And I'm seeing that that could sometimes feel overwhelming to the point where you would need to cry or like withdraw or like react in a way that you normally wouldn't, because the way this person was acting didn't align with all of the intuitive hits and downloads that you were receiving about them. And I feel for you, this was kind of a test on your discernment, on your ability to trust in your intuition, because it was like the universe, God asking you to trust yourself fully over the lies, over the masking, over the deception that was being brought into your reality. It was this question of, are you going to trust in your intuition regardless of what you're seeing? Because on a deep level, I feel like you knew this person could feel this intensity of the connection as well. But because they were often wordless, that was very confusing for you. I feel like this person was never really able to speak their truth, or they were unwilling to say the truth. And it could have been this thing that they were too much in their head all the time. And so they weren't ever able to express their emotions rationally. I'm also seeing the color blue. Well, I'm wearing blue as well, I just noticed. And that represents the throat chakra. But I'm also seeing like a golden color as well, which I believe represents the sacral chakra or solar plexus chakra, one of them. The one that more so has to do with confidence in expressing something. I feel like this person did not have the confidence to handle a rejection. And that's the thing, they didn't even know if there would be a rejection from your side or not. They just assumed that they couldn't go there, that they would appear weak or too vulnerable if they went there. But I feel that that was always very confusing for you, because you could sense there is so much that this person wants to tell me, but they keep quiet. And because of that, you really had nowhere else to go in this situation. And so I feel that you are now in this place where you have no choice but to rebuild. I see that this is where you are. You're trying to start over. You're trying to be better. You're trying to move forward in your life, focusing on your work, your development, self-care, being honest with yourself and others. And I do feel like you did try to be honest with this person about your feelings, but because there wasn't much reciprocation, you couldn't continue to share your aspirations for the connection with this person. But the reason that I said at the beginning of this reading that you and them have switched roles is because now people and places remind them of you. Now they might be feeling this sense of panic around timing, around if they've missed their shot. It could be that now the emotions are actually coming up to the surface, even if they had buried them for so long. And I do see this person now questioning, why am I reacting so strongly to this? Why am I feeling these uncomfortable emotions with this? I'm seeing that with other people, they've never reacted in this way. They've never been so triggered. I feel like this person has always been someone who is able to detach easily and distance themselves. And while in a physical sense, it seems that way, emotionally, I don't think it's been so easy, or now it doesn't feel so easy. But I want to tap into this wordless energy because I do feel there is still so much that they wish to say, but they just haven't. What is this person's hidden truth? I left you before you could leave me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this person, either they were afraid of an instant rejection after revealing their whole truth, or they were afraid of a distant rejection. What do I mean by this? That you would have started something together. You would have gotten to know them. You would have realized that they don't live up to the potential that you saw in them. And I feel like this person deep down could feel that you saw them differently, that you saw this great potential in them, and that alone scared them. They questioned if they would be able to live up to that. And I feel what started to answer them was their fear and their doubt. And it would say, no, this person is either out of your league, or this person is expecting too much from you, or this person is too good for you. Why would you think you could care for this person or provide anything for this person? Little by little, they began to solidify in their mind why the best idea would be staying away from you and staying quiet. And there's this energy of defeat here, or this energy of, I'm not going to stand in the way of you ending up with someone better. Because there's something here about a new love or a recommitment to love. I'm hearing you deserve someone who is ready for you. There's something here about friends coming through. So I don't know if this person thought you just wanted to be friends, or you were already friends or acquaintances, and they weren't able to pick up on that you wanted more, but they wanted more. Here we have, I want to be more than friends. I want to be more than an acquaintance. I want you to see me in a romantic way. And what did I say? This person is now in a position where they're seeing the angel numbers, they're seeing your initials, they're seeing people that remind them of you, they're having dreams, whatever. So many things. I was going to say songs remind them of you as well. So many things remind this person of you. And regardless of what happens between you two, whether you get together, whether you don't, this connection, this meeting, it wasn't all for nothing. I feel like you came into each other's lives to awaken one another, to help one another transition into a higher version of yourselves. And I'm hearing time will tell. Time will tell if this person is who you are meant to be with, or if it's someone else. But your angels, your guides want you to know that your soulmate, no matter what, they will always respect you and accept you as you are authentically, and they will love you. And you won't only hear it from them, you'll see it from them. And for those of you who have really moved on from the situation, or you've been really trying your best to, you could already be on track to align with the soulmate, or you might already have. Whoever it would be, I feel like they would be the complete opposite, or do the complete opposite of what this person did. So if this person was wordless, if this person never spoke their truth, you are going to align with someone who speaks their truth, who is not afraid to share what they're feeling. If this past person was flaky, or they would say they're going to do something and they didn't, this other person, they won't ever say something that they're not going to do. If they say they're going to do something, they will do it. And I feel that this person that you have a spiritual connection with, they know you're deserving of someone who does love you and accept you as you are and doesn't make you feel less than. And I do feel like they are very sorry they made you feel that way. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. This past person, they know that you gave so much. They know that you wanted to give your all, and they're sorry that they couldn't meet you halfway. And there's something here about this person wanting to share their good news, but at the same time, not feeling like it's appropriate to reach out to you. So again, it could be that they know you've moved on to someone else, or they're so far away from knowing anything about your life that they feel it's pointless to contact you at this time. But I feel that you have arrived at this place where you know and you're accepting that everything that has happened here, it has happened for a reason. I feel that this connection was meant to push both of you into this place where you become more fearless and you're more willing to try things you've never done before, things that will ultimately elevate you as a soul and as a human. I'm hearing you've helped each other awaken to your greatness. And I feel that both of you are still being pushed to try things you normally wouldn't do, knowing that something good could come out of it. And for example, on this person's side, if they've never been one to open up or speak their truth, that's what they're being guided to do. And I do feel like there's a level up on the other side, regardless of what that looks like. But the only way they're going to get to the other side is by doing it. Let's see, how do they feel about you now? So yeah, like I said, this person is now in the same position that you once were. You probably can look back and see how much you longed for this person, craved this person, deeply wanted this person. And now this is where they stand. And they know that the only way out of this energy would be to give you an apology. But I'm hearing mean it. They would need to mean it. They would need to come forward with an open heart. And this doesn't even guarantee anything for them, right? Especially if a lot of time has passed. But I feel that this could be good for the both of you because you would get some clarity and they would get this off their chest. There's something about this person knowing the only way out of this longing energy is to create a plan of pursuit, being courageous and resilient, but also being vulnerable. They don't know if you're going to be receptive to any of this. And here we have obsession. Like I said, you've already gone through that period of time where you were in this energy. And now it's them. Now it's them feeling sorrow because they've lost you. But I'm hearing that even if it hurts, this is meant to push them deeper into love for themselves and also recognizing what that looks like, what it means to show up in love for someone else. But I am seeing the Four of Wands here, which speaks of completion. I do feel like the lessons that needed to be learned here are complete. The karmic cycle is over. And whatever happens next, it really just depends on the soul contract that you and this person have with one another. For some of you, that soul contract is coming together and having some kind of union or family or lifelong friendship. And for others of you, it's just this energy of having gone through what you needed to with this person and in this connection, and now moving toward a reality where you can have a true union and family and romantic connection with someone who is available for you in this 3D reality. Here we have the Knight of Swords. Is this upright or reversed? Reversed. So I do feel like this person, definitely this past person, they said things that they didn't mean, or they could have said things in a harsh manner. They could have moved very impulsively, and there's a lot of regret in their words in Three of Swords. There's definitely sorrow here. heartbreak, someone being forced to sit with the fact that they hurt you, that they disappointed you. And now they're the one disappointed. But there's something about a victory or success here, as long as one has faith. There's significant Libra energy, Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy, Aries as well. So, what does this success or victory tie into? It's either going to be the outcome of a reunion with you and this person, one that is healthy, or it's going to be the outcome of a union with you and someone else who is deserving of you in the present moment. But I'm seeing there is a need to let go of what that outcome looks like exactly, and to allow God to surprise you with how divine love looks like manifesting into your reality. Okay, so I want to pull you one final message here. I get one final message for the viewer. Okay, so here we have the Mud and Moss card, which speaks of stagnation. And I don't feel that this is your energy. So this could be something that may have to do with this other person, but take it if it resonates with you as well. It could be that it's a mix of messages for the both of you. It says here, everyone, no matter how joyous their life is overall, experiences their unique version of rock bottom, that undesirable place where all hope feels lost and you're not sure how to pull yourself back up. It feels like quicksand or the thickest of muds. It's dirty, cold, and it can feel like no one is around to save the day. Perhaps the saddest card in the deck, Mud and Moss, appears in your reading when a similar experience is upon you and you're in need of an SOS. This card reminds you that although your circumstances may appear dire and you have sustained wounds, you can still pull yourself out of the mud. To do so, look to your inner strength rather than seeking a knight in shining armor. And honestly, it could have been that at some point in this connection, both of you saw one another as this person who would rescue you from something that you didn't want to feel. This connection was a lesson for both of you that the only one that can come to save you is yourself. The only one who can stop you from feeling something is yourself. You and God, you and the universe. You are guided to do the dirty work yourself and be willing to take on the tasks that may have previously seemed beneath you. It can also mean doing the hard work you've been avoiding, like exercising if your goal is to lose weight, saving money instead of splurging if you want to be debt-free and financially secure, putting yourself out there on a dating app if you are seeking new love, or apologizing when you know you're in the wrong. And that's a big message for this other person, right? It's time to stop doing what's brought you here and try a new strategy. It only takes one thing to hold on to when you're slipping down into a dark place. When times are desperate, look for something solid to ground you and keep you steady. Commit to doing one thing until you can reach the next step of your self-rescue. Take it one step at a time, and before you know it, you'll be free and back in the sunshine. And I feel like that's so relevant today. I wanted to wear this little sun pendant. And so I always feel like that's a sign of brighter days, no matter what you're going through, no matter what this other person is going through, no matter what you think won't change. Know that with every problem that exists in this world, whether it's a personal problem or something out of your control, there will always be a solution that exists as well. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my website. It is linked down below. Or if you would like to book an attachment style reading, you can also book using the link down below. Other than that, I will see you all in the next video.